The Panhandle and parts of central Florida are under a marginal risk of severe weather tomorrow, and portions of the Panhandle of Florida are under a moderate risk of excessive rainfall, the potential for life-threatening flash flooding, as well as a slight risk for excessive rainfall in the larger area of the Panhandle, including Tallahassee, Lake City, and over to the metropolitan area of Jacksonville, as well as a marginal risk of excessive rainfall for portions of east central and southeastern Florida. The Panhandle of Florida, as well as the northeastern and southeast central portions of Florida, are under a 5% wind risk. This is driven by a cold front that is coming from the west and heading eastward. It'll be accompanied by weak deep layer shear across the Panhandle and across the peninsula. This is also being driven by dew points mostly being in the 70s across the peninsula. You can take a look at this model. You can see that as we go into tonight even, there's going to be shear across the western peninsula, and as we progress into tomorrow, that shear will continue to be there as it progresses across the central and eastern parts of the Panhandle and over to the main peninsula of Florida. I can pull a simulated sounding here. You can see that it flags it as a marginal severe risk, but there's not enough rotation in the lower levels for this to really be a tornado threat, but the amount of moisture in the lower levels of the atmosphere will be enough for it to be a wind threat. Accompanied by this wind threat will be a moderate risk of flash flooding. If we take a look at the RRFS, we can see that over by even just in Mississippi and Alabama, there's 7 inches, 6 inches of rain. But as we progress into tomorrow, and even overnight, there's going to be 6 inches of rain across Crestview. As it progresses toward Tallahassee, you could see an inch of rain. That's about where it stops, but you could still see areas of 1 inch across the northeast portions of the peninsula. As it pertains to the east central and southeastern parts of the peninsula, we could also see some flash flooding, but not to the scale of the Panhandle. 3 inches possible in Orlando, at 2 inches possible in Kissimmee, and 1 inch in Titusville over 24 hours. We can change this to 1 hour, and that is 1 inch in an hour for Kissimmee, 2 inches in 1 hour for Orlando and Dr. Phillips. If we pivot back to the Panhandle once again, you can see that lots of precipitation is expected to fall even just within an hour, which will likely lead to flash flooding. Generally speaking, if you're in the Panhandle, approximately from Tallahassee all the way out here toward Crestview, you should expect some potential flash flooding. That's really it for now. Those are the main threats that are appearing tomorrow and somewhat today. So please be weather aware and stay safe.